Hi, this is Nikki of Nikki'sConfettiLife.com, and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Garden of Mind. Yes, I have been MIA for a while, but I am back. And on my blog, Nikki'sConfettiLife.com, I've been doing and sharing some personal excerpts from my time with God. I did a 18-day Coffee with God series, just me and God, myself and God talking to me directly about my life, and I decided to share some of those days with you. And on today, I am on the remaining part of day 6, and it talks about these things. So remember, this is my personal journal, and I'm sharing it with you in hopes that it will help you, or you will gain something from it, and you can help somebody else. So take care of your body, and your body will take care of itself. That was for me, but it can be universal. Take care of your body. At the time and even now, I struggle with taking care of my body physically because of some things that I have going on. But what about taking care of my body by the way that I eat? And then the next thing was, the mind tells the body, the feet, the limbs what to do or where to go. You have the thought. The brain activates. The body moves. So if I say, well, I'm going to get up and go across the room and sit in the other chair, that's my thought. But when I start to move and do it, my brain cooperates with my body in order for me to move, to be able to get over to the chair in the corner. Well, just like that, if my body or my brain or the thought is, Nicole, eat all of the chips. I mean, just eat all of the chips. You can't control yourself. It'll be okay. You can just go do XYZ. Eat all the chips. Don't have the 10 to 12 serving that you're supposed to have. Just eat all of them. It'll be okay. That's my thought. And that's what I'm going to do. But I have to work on self-discipline when it comes to that. Before I go to the next one. Also, in the day before, when I shared day 6, it talked about me exploring why I wanted to eat all of the chips. What's really bothering me, and me knowing that I'm an emotional eater and getting to the root of my emotions and how I feel really helps me, and really can help someone else to understand how they eat, why they eat. And now they're talking about, there's this thing about genetics or chemicals, so to better help you, they got all kinds of things out there. We just have to explore them and do what works for us, not what works for you or somebody else, but what works for us. And I have to do what works for me. So then in my journal, and you got to realize I'm journaling, so it's just coming, I'm flowing, I don't stop it. Yellow, a yellow cup, a yellow bowl, and a yellow pillow. I have spoken 3 times, and your thought was solar plexus. Very good. I noticed those things. I noticed colors. So that day, I noticed a yellow cup. I pulled a yellow cup from the cabinet. I wasn't really thinking about it. I'm going to use this yellow cup today. And then I noticed the yellow pillow. Then I noticed I had a yellow bowl. And it seems like it was just standing out to me that day. And when I saw those 3 things, or when I saw the yellow, I immediately thought, oh, solar plexus. That's one of the chakras. So I guess Spirit or God was saying to me that I noticed those things, and that was very good. And maybe that was something that I need to pay attention to that day, and I did. Speak your truth and speak the truth. Speak with power and confidence. I've said this many times, talking to me. You must be reminded of your power. Yes, I am so glad for all of the people who have this amazing confidence, this confidence they were born with, or this confidence that were built up in them by their family, their parents, a teacher. But for those of us who've had to work on our confidence and be reminded that we have power, we have a voice, and our voice is just as important as everyone else, and we don't have to talk over other people to get our points across, or we don't have to yell and scream to feel like we're important, or we don't have to be so rude in the name of I'm just being honest, or be so direct that we're rude in order for our voice to be heard, some of us, for whatever reason, had to build on the confidence or build confidence or have building blocks for confidence and over time. And sometimes we have to, sometimes and often we have to be reminded of our power. We do have power. We do have a voice. And it is for us to use that voice. And on that day 6, that is what came to me. So, just to give you a little background quickly, this was in March when I did this. And I did 18 days of coffee with God. And I just got my notebook and then I just sat down and I made my coffee and then I sat down and I just waited for instructions on what to do. Whatever came to me, I did. If it was read a book, an excerpt from a book, if it was prayer, and then I wrote down or read a scripture or read a quote by somebody. I love Rumi, but and I'm trying to explore more of those that are out there. And I'd like to do a Rumi session, but you ain't asked me that. Anyway, so I did that. And it was personal and it was for me. But I decided to share those things that I was comfortable sharing that came out of that in order to, like I said, help or enlighten someone else. So I hope you will join me again as I become more consistent on here and stop making excuses like I don't know how to do all those fancy videos and all that kind of stuff. Excuses I tell myself of why I can't do this. I don't feel like doing all of this and keeping up with the Joneses. So I'm just doing this my way and we just gonna flow with it, and that's how we gonna do it. So catch me again. I'll be on. Subscribe. Get the alerts and everything so that you can know when I post. Also, catch me on nikkisconfettilife.com. I'm very consistent on my blog. So it's nice to meet you. I hope to see you again. Have a wonderful day.